to prioritize their health. Sal cement stabilization to commence on Okuzu Umunya Road project this week. Nigeria restates commitment to sustaining strong bilateral relations with India. Former Prime Minister Khan sentenced to 10 years in prison for leaking state secrets. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy, and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Welcome to the news this morning. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Wife of the state governor, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has called on Ndi Anambra to prioritize their health. She made the call during the launch of her Healthy Living program, Healthy Living with Nonye Soludo in Njikoka local government area. Emmanuel Chiwata has details.
And residents, Mrs. Soludo, who joined visually, expressed her passion for health and highlighted that healthy living is the greatest wealth one can attain through regular exercises. She urged Ndi Anambra to focus on hygiene, fitness, mental health, consume natural foods to combat the global spread of viruses and cancer.
Mental health is something very, very important. How we take care of ourselves is very important. We will sleep. I always tell people, we must be selfish, be selfless. Taking care of ourselves should be number one. Because when we eat good food, later we eat your exercise. That's a bit, for me, the lead time. You take it to take care of, for you to take care of others.
Wife of the Deputy Governor, Lady Oluchi Ibezim, commended Mrs. Soludo for positively impacting lives and encouraged the people of Anambra State to embrace the governor's wife healthy approach.
Like in terms of eating clean and exercising dirty, just her normal mantra to keep fit.
Renewed support.
We are being hosted to this healthy living by the wife of the governor. Our ambition is to be the best local government in Anambra State. And we are moving toward that destination.
The traditional ruler of Enugu Agede, Igwe Michael Okekushe, while thanking the governor's wife, advised Ndi Anambra to avoid substances that could jeopardize their health. Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
Wife of the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Lady Oluchi Ibezim, has inaugurated the Njikoka Solution Kitchen for use. Correspondent Emmanuel Chiwata reports that the project initiated by Njikoka local government area is aimed at complementing Governor Chukwuma Soludo's effort in alleviating hunger within the state. His report is taken from our studio.
Situated at the local government secretariat in Abagana, the kitchen aims to provide meals to the underprivileged, impoverished, and vulnerable members of the society. During the inaugural ceremony, Lady Oluchi praised the local government chairman for supporting the governor's hunger reduction initiatives and encouraged others to emulate the approach to address societal hunger. She emphasized the importance of maintaining cleanliness and ensuring the use of natural ingredients for healthy meals in line with the advocacy for healthy living of the wife of the governor, Mrs. Nonye Soludo.
I'm making a wonderful TC chairman. My own TC chairman, the hard-working man. Thank you so much for this initiative. Njikoka Solution Kitchen for a humanitarian race against hunger, designed to help the less privileged and the vulnerable. And in line with the governor in healthy living with Nonye Soludo. And my advice for TC chairman because you have an natural. I really need too much spices because some of these things are chemicals, maybe the system. Tinye more of vegetables so that in that we enjoy this ezipa tomato or weputa. Healthy. and they keep people fit. I'll go to twice a week. May better exercise.
The Deputy Chief of Staff and Chief of Protocol to Governor Chukwuma Soludo, Mr. Chinedu Nwoye, in his speech expressed appreciation to Njikoka local government's commitment to assisting the less fortunate individuals and called for its sustainability.
And as in this solution kitchen concept, Amaka, been done Danabia, Makako di Nobodo, Imanonia Funio leaders in Onia, or Marie Fair, the Ozona for
the Transition Committee Chairman of Njikoka local government, Mr. Clem Agui, explained that the initiative aims to provide free meals to 500 people 3 days a week, with plans to extend it to 1,000 individuals daily.
This is a Njikoka way of providing palliative for the people of the local government by offering them free food, especially those who are vulnerable, who can't afford transport, so that they can have food in their stomach.
The chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council in Njikoka local government area, Igwe Leonard Eze of Aba community, commended the initiative and pledged support for its continued success. The event featured cutting of the ribbon and the presentation of food to the vulnerable. Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
Anambra State government has debunked a video currently trending online purportedly showing Governor Chukwuma Soludo announcing security measures banning commercial motorcycle, Okada and tricycle or keke operation in the same local government areas of the state. We have details of this report from our studio.
Recording of May 26, 2022 being misused by mischievous elements. In a statement signed by the press secretary to the governor, Mr. Christian Aburime, government categorically stated that the video is an old recording of May 26, 2022, being misused by mischievous elements seeking to paint a wrong picture of the current security situation in Anambra State. It said that the directives contained in the video were issued years ago as part of specific time-bound measures to address temporary security challenges in certain local government areas. According to the statement, these measures yielded significant positive results and have since been reviewed and adjusted as the security situation has continuously improved. It said that Anambra State government is not imposing a blanket ban on Okada, keke or shuttle bus operations in any part of the state, noting that these critical transportation modes continue to play vital roles in the state's economy and daily lives. The statement said that the deliberate recirculation of this outdated video is therefore a malicious attempt by enemies of progress to create false narratives of insecurity that could lead to the tension and anxiety amongst Indian Anambra. It urged the public to disregard the information and campaign and remain assured of the government's resolute commitment to maintaining the improved security situation in the state.
Soil cement stabilization will commence on the ongoing Okozo-Umunya Road this week. Works correspondent Ngozi Obileri monitored pace and quality of work on the road and reports that the road has 8 months completion period. Her report.
Arrived the Okozo-Umunya Road from the Okozo axis of the road, it was observed that earthwork has been completed up to Umunya end, with drainage construction completed on both sides of the road. Presently, sand filling is ongoing on Nengo River axis of the road, where culvert has been completed on both sides of the river. Speaking on the development, the Transition Committee Chairman for Oyi Council area, Mr. Emmanuel Nweke, said that for the past 40 years, the road has been impassable but is now accessible, expressing happiness that they can now drive from Okozo to Umunya without getting to the Enugu-Onitsha Express Road. Mr. Nweke added that apart from decongesting the express road during busy periods, the road, when completed, will aid in evacuation of farm produce from the area and boost businesses, including property and lands, which he noted will appreciate tremendously because of the good road. While appreciating Governor Chukwuma Soludo for his love for Ndioyi, Mr. Nweke promised him total support of people of the area, whom he said are APGA crusaders.
It is under Mr. Solution, Governor Chukwuma Soludo, that the reality of their word is being seen. You can see the realities on ground. You can see work. You can see the amount of work going on. Our people are happy. We are almost there, monitoring what is the progress of work, and the contractors are working according to schedule. We are happy what they are doing here. be so much appreciated.
Contributing, the traditional ruler of Okuzu, Igwe Charles Anakweze, thanked the governor for embarking on construction of the road. Igwe Anakweze observed that with the way the governor is moving on road infrastructure, Anambra will soon become a livable homeland for all as envisaged by the governor, and appealed to him to consider the road that leads to his palace, which he said is always causing nightmares for him during the rainy season. The project manager, Engineer Eli Sahu, added that the road, which commenced in July last year, will be handed over to the state government by the end of February this year. The road is about 5 kilometers in length.
As you can see, everything is going smooth. We are in the process of lifting up the road to eliminate the slope, so that commuters will be accessing it freely, accident free as well. And once we are done with the filling, we're going to start with the soil stabilization and the asphalt by His grace.
From Okuzu Umunya Road in Oyi local government area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Ibariam community in Anambra East Council area of the state has played host to Catholic bishops from different dioceses that make up the ecclesiastical province of Onitsha for the foundation stone laid of New St. Paul's Minor Seminary, Ibariam. The foundation laying ceremony came as Brigade Memorial Seminary Enugu marked its 100 years of existence, having begun at Ibariam in 1924 before moving to its present location in Enugu. Amaka Chibuzokoye has details.
The new St. Paul's Minor Seminary, Ibariam, was founded as a legacy of the early missionaries and their works of evangelism in the community. The Pontifical High Mass, which took place at St. Anthony's Catholic Church, Ibariam, witnessed the presence of the Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, top government officials, priests, reverend sisters, Ndi Ibariam, and parishioners of Aguleri Diocese. During his brief remarks at the beginning of the Mass, the Bishop of Aguleri Diocese, Most Reverend Dennis Isizo, said Brigade Memorial Seminary, Enugu, started as St. Paul's Senior Seminary, Ibariam, in 1924, but later moved to Enugu due to some prevailing circumstances encountered by the early missionaries, but said that they were able to ordain many priests before their sojourn to Enugu. The host bishop noted that for these 100 years, Brigade Memorial Seminary has produced about 14 archbishops, 35 bishops, hundreds of priests, and prominent individuals such as Blessed Michael Iwenetanse.
A new diocese was elected on March 17th, and we decided to start a seminary. And we chose the name of St. Paul. And beautifully, today we are doing their centenary here. We are starting a new seminary. So after 100 years, a new seminary again is beginning here at Ibariam.
In his homily, the Bishop of Nsukka Diocese, Most Reverend Godfrey Honor, pointed to the life-transforming experience of the patron saint of the school, St. Paul, and said that the institution was founded to rediscover missions, preach gospel with discernment, stating that if they lose sight of this intention, they will produce scholars in different professions and not priests.
Paul remained a Jew, going to the synagogue, but he moved from the law to Jesus, to preaching Jesus.
Speaking shortly after Mass, Governor Soludo, represented by the member representing Anambra East constituency in Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Obinweke, who is an indigene of Ibariam, said that the school, coming back after 100 years, is historic, and pray that it will help nurture priests that will be after God's own heart and responsible citizens.
You see, today is a day of joy, a day of happiness, because it's a day we remember that seminary was here 100 years ago. We left this community, it has come back again. Ibariam is a holy place, a place where God resides to be with us.
The President President General of Igbariam Progressive Union, Dr. Chris Ofokanse, said the foundation stone laying was made possible because of the support and express approval of Bishop Isizo, stating that the community welcomed them with open hearts and pledged that they will do anything within their reach to see that the seminary succeeds. Planting of centenary trees, foundation laying stone, and special blessings of the land were other high points of the ceremony. From Igbariam, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
This morning, Nigeria restates commitment to sustaining strong bilateral relations with India. Former Prime Minister Khan sentenced to 10 years in prison for leaking state secrets. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximal support for the task ahead. The news returns after this time out. Please stay with us.
For school? Yes! My champs, they use energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transform every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days.
Welcome back. The Minister of Foreign Affairs Ambassador Yusuf Turgar says the bilateral trade between Nigeria and India in the last 2 years amount to approximately $14.95 billion in the formal sector and about $5 billion in the informal sector. Princess Ekwiyajide of ABS Abuja Bureau has details.
The minister who disclosed this at the 75th anniversary of India's Republic Day celebration organized by the High Commission of India in Abuja, said Nigeria is also India's largest trading partner in Africa. The celebration, which marks the working of the constitution adopted in 1950 that has further ensured the strength and vibrancy of democracy in India, was attended by the Nigerian government functionaries, past and present, diplomatic and Indian communities. Ambassador Turgar, represented by the Director, European Union Division of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Alex Kefas, said the relations between Nigeria and India dates back to 1958, when India established a diplomatic mission in Nigeria 2 years before Nigeria gained her independence. He said the Tinubu-led administration is open to further collaboration with India, as it believes it is a pathway to further enhancing the existing cordial relationship between the two countries and assured of Nigeria's commitment to the long-standing relations.
This, we believe, is a pathway to further enhancing our existing cordial relationship, and that we assure you of Nigeria's commitment to the long-standing relation between our two countries.
Earlier in a welcome speech, the Indian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mr. Gandhandram Balasubramanian, described democracy as an age-old concept in India, which compresses the values of freedom, acceptability, equality, and inclusivity in a society, and allows its common citizens to lead a quality and dignified life. He said from the end of the last century, India has made rapid progress and is one of the fastest growing emerging economies, with more than $37 trillion gross domestic product, thereby becoming the 5th largest economy in the world. According to him, education, health, and economy have been the consistent targets of successive governments in India that has resulted in all-round improvement of the standard of living of Indian citizens.
India and Nigeria enjoy strong and historical relations. With the ties dating back to before Nigeria's independence, our bilateral relations have been nurtured by the leadership of both the countries. Our economic and trade relations are strong and growing. Currently, nearly 150 Indian companies with an investment of more than $27 billion are in Nigeria, mainly in manufacturing sector, and employ the largest number of people after the federal government.
In an interview, Governor of Kaduna State, Senator Uba Sani, said Nigeria-India economic relations had improved tremendously in recent years, which led to significant increase in trade volume between the two countries, especially in his state, Kaduna. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
We'll pause for a commercial break.
School? Yes! My champs, they use energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up. To return home this transformed every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days.
News continues. The federal government said the deployment of the largest liquefied natural gas LNG-powered container vessels to Nigeria deep sea port is in tandem with the country's commitment to the 2023 International Maritime Organization's greenhouse gas strategy that envisages a reduction in the carbon intensity of international shipping by at least 40% by the year 2030. The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adeboyega Oyetola, disclosed this during the arrival ceremony of the largest LNG-powered container vessel at Lekki Port, Lagos. Oyetola, who was represented by the Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority, Mohammed Bello Koko, said government aligned with the global discourse, which said the reduction in use of hydrocarbon and the increasing use of LNG in maritime transport could help to reduce carbon dioxide emissions and other pollution arising from international trade. It said the imperative of making the country's seaports eco-friendly is no fluke, noting that the federal and state government will continue to support the MPA in its efforts at ensuring stakeholders' compliance with the International Maritime Organization self-regulation on Nigerian waterways. Pakistan's former leader Imran Khan has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for leaking state secrets, his political party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, said in a statement. The hearing took place in a closed court established under the Official Secrets Act in Rawalpindi's Adila jail, where Khan and former Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi are already incarcerated on corruption convictions. The sentencing is the latest in the string of legal battles faced by Khan and comes ahead of parliamentary elections scheduled for February 8. A vote the ousted former leader is unable to contest due to his previous conviction. Tuesday's sentencing in what is popularly known as the Cypher case comes after Khan was accused of leaking an encrypted diplomatic cable written by a Pakistani diplomat in March 2022 based on a meeting with the U.S. State Department official. Khan had claimed the document proved that his ouster is a parliamentary no-confidence vote in 2022 was a conspiracy to remove him from power. Now sports. Nigeria's Super Eagles striker Osimhen has said he desires to give Nigerians something to remember at the ongoing African Cup of Nations AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. Osimhen was instrumental in the Super Eagles 2-0 win against Indomitable Lions of Cameroon in Saturday's round of 16 clash. His constant pressure on the Ivorian defense led to the opener scored by Ademola Lookman. The Napoli striker has only scored 1 goal in 4 games played at the tournament. Speaking after the win against Cameroon, Osimhen expressed his desire to achieve with the current Eagles squad. We are going to pause now for another commercial break.
Oh, yes! My champs, they use energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up. To return home this transformed every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days.
Before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, Oka. Follow us on X at ABS Radio TV. And on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. A quick recap of our major stories. Wife of Anambra State Governor Mrs. Saludo has urged India Anambra to prioritize their health. Soil cement stabilization is to commence on Okuzo Umunya Road project. Nigeria has restated commitment to sustaining strong bilateral relations with India. And we also told you on the foreign scene that former Prime Minister Khan has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for leaking state secrets. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good morning.